Something glowing in the sky tonight, and you can catch a glimpse of it right now. And that is our top story on Newswatch 16 at 7:30. Good evening, I'm Scott Schaefer. Thank you for streaming with us. Tonight there's a bright full moon in the sky. Not just any full moon, it is the pink moon. Meteorologist Jeremy Lewan joins us to break down tonight's illuminated lunar phenomenon, the pink moon.
Yes, the pink moon. It's rising as we speak. You can see it here behind us on our big monitor. Unfortunately, you can't see it from our cameras or with your eyes here in northeastern and central Pennsylvania right now. Some spots further south, seeing a little bit less cloud cover. It is rising in the eastern skies. It started rising at 7:21. It's officially full at 10:11 p.m. tonight.
Well, tell us a little bit about the pink moon. Why is it called that?
So the pink moon is not named because it turns pink, but it's named from Native Americans' observations of moss phlox, that's also called creeping phlox. It's a wildflower that's native here in eastern North America, and those bright pink blossoms, the same color that I'm wearing right now, they blanket fields and hillsides in early spring. And there are many different names for the pink moon, Scott. Most of them are derived from different cultures of indigenous peoples across the Americas. So prior to the arrival of Europeans here in North America, the Algonquin tribe was really far-reaching. It spread all the way from Canada to New England and some parts of the Great Lakes and Midwest. And since they lived in regions that were so cold and they experienced such harsh winters, they called it the breaking ice moon, reflecting this time of year's thawing rivers. It was also called the budding moon by the Tlingit people of the Pacific Northwest, signaling new plant growth. And the Dakota, they lived in the upper Midwest plains. So that's why we have North and South Dakota, because the Dakota, that's what the name of the tribe was prior to Europeans settling. And the Dakota, they call it the moon when the geese lay eggs. So there are all these different names for the moon, including the awakening moon. That celebrates, of course, the return of birds and frogs and the first stirrings of spring that we're seeing in our backyard and the backyards across northeastern and central Pennsylvania. So all of these moon names, they're declared by the Old Farmer's Almanac, but they're derived from Native American cultures and traditions.
Well, pink moon is catchier than some of those other ones.
Well, yes, there are some other names that are very intriguing. You know, different cultures name these different moons, highlighting natural and agricultural and animal behaviors. And the January moon, it's called the wolf moon. The February moon was the snow moon. Just last month's moon, the March moon, that's the worm moon.
The worm moon.
And the reason we call it the worm moon is because the worms start wriggling around in the soil in March once again. Of course, this month is the pink moon. Next month, May, can you guess?
The flower moon.
That's right, yes.
Huh?
Look at that, Scott knows his stuff. June is the strawberry moon. July is the buck moon. And August is my favorite. It's called the sturgeon moon because the giant sturgeon start laying their eggs in the Great Lakes that time of year. What we're looking at right now is a live view of the Outer Banks of North Carolina, courtesy of EarthCam. And you can see that pink moon. You see it? Rising right there over the ocean. That is what it would look like here in northeastern Pennsylvania and central Pennsylvania if we have access to the clear skies. So I think places further south, Stroudsburg, Pottsville, you might be able to see it if you look in the eastern skies, just like this, but there's a few more clouds out there.
Thank you for joining us. Very interesting, very, shall we say, illuminating look at the pink moon.
It's interesting stuff.
Yes,
I can share it.
And you came dressed for the occasion.